Yeah. Man, it's going to be interesting today. Go ahead and get this thing going. We're going to be right with you. Yeah, what up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the 710 The Slickville Show. I am your host, Jay Brown, aka Mr. 710, and we are back up in this thing once again. What up, bro? Yo, probably gonna be solo today, but it's all good. Man, I got y'all all down in your boy crotch. Let me go ahead and fix that. I don't want to see that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Look. It's about to be one of them type of shows today. Let me tell you. Listen. Oh, I had to take a break from watching the U.S. Open right quick, so I got some quick observations before I go any further about this U.S. Open. I can't give too much because they ain't paying me for it, and I ain't paying them for the licensing. But it was weird to see Mike Tyson as an afterthought. Also, yeah, Mike Tyson was sitting next to, I don't know, Navratilova or something like that, one of the lady tennis greats. And he was a complete afterthought. Like, they showed the picture of her sitting next to him, and she had a dog with him, and they made a mention of her and the dog. Nothing about old Mike Tyson. That was interesting to me. Also, Bill Clinton still looks like Bill Clinton, except Bill Clinton is really, really frail. Like, he is super frail. Like, he don't eat no more. Hillary been stressing him out now that he ain't got no job no more. Also, Spike Lee didn't like that lady in the beginning telling him what to do and where to turn. He didn't like being directed. I think he'd rather be on the other side of the directing, but he did not like that at all. And Anthony Anderson was one of the only people that was dressed up that they panned to on the screen. He was dressed up like he had an event to go to after he left this sporting event. Like, Anthony Anderson was dressed in a way like, I can't let them know that I'm still trying to get that paper up. I'm still trying to get my paper up. I still got to dress up for these type of events. But that's what's up. Those are my little quick observations on the U.S. Open. Serena Williams was winning when I turned it off. And so let's hope that good juju keeps going. But y'all know how we do it since last week. We're going to talk about that. We also going to talk about me being the worst good dad. We're going to talk about fluid out failures, bad ideas, and we might get to friends from your past. We might get to that, depending on how much time I have. But since last week, my wife went on a cruise this weekend with one of her big head friends. Now, here's the deal. I don't have a problem with her going on the cruise. I don't have a problem with her having a girls' trip with one of her big head friends. Not at all. She's deserved it. That don't mean that I ain't want to go. I ain't have to hang with them. I could have just been there. Like, she was gone the whole weekend, like Thursday, and came back today. And it sucked. Now, selfishly, it sucked. Not selfishly, yes, she deserved a getaway without us. Not necessarily me, us. And when I say us, it's me and the boy. Which, if I'm being honest, we not 100% a package deal. I can go without him. It's fine. I'm okay with that. Easy Mo, what's cracking, brother? I'm cool with that. Like, we not necessarily a package deal. We can get a babysitter for him. But I was in the car and I was listening to Laugh Out Loud Network. Shout out to Kevin Hart. And he was talking. He had a excerpt where he was talking about parental roles and how kids look at the different parents and the type of things that they'll ask one parent for that they won't ask the other one for, or they're more likely to ask dad than mom. And while my wife is here, he asked my wife for all the necessities, for everything, even the random stuff that just pops into his head, which is fine. I'm here for that. Sometimes she need to be rescued. Asking too many questions. I understand what that's like. I get it. But he come to dad for the fun. That's what Kevin Hart was talking about. Like, when the kids come to dad for the fun and for the going out, like, it's okay. Most of the time, and one of the things that he said that was funny was like, there's not a kid that's like, yo, I can't wait for mom to come home so we can have fun. So he wanted to do it with me. And while as flattering as that is, I only have so much fun to give. Like, I legit only have so much fun. Like, there's a limit to the fun that I have to give at any single time. Like, I like to think that I'm a fun person and I'm easy to be around, but I only got so much entertaining. Like, once I get done doing this, I'm like, whew. Or once I'm out, and if I have entertained at the setting that we were at, whether it was a dinner table, whether it was just a group of friends, however it worked out. Like, I found myself entertaining our dinner table when we would go to the cruise, or I had a whole karaoke band on my very first cruise. Like, it was Jay and the Jay Birds. Like, so entertaining is not a problem, but I only wanted to see them when I wanted to see them. It wasn't all the time. Like, I didn't want to be Jay and the Jay Birds all the time. I wanted to be Jay and the Jay Birds at karaoke. And these guys will come up to me like, Jason, hey, what's up, buddy? And no, it's not that time. Like, we ain't cool like that. But while my wife was gone this weekend, I was tasked with all the questions. And I've said a couple seasons ago that I don't like questions. I don't like too many of them. And any questions that I get asked, they need to make sense. Even when I was a teacher, they needed to make sense. I believe there is a such thing as a dumb question. I'm not one of those people that be like, oh, the only dumb questions is the ones you don't ask. Shit. Like my man Clay Davis. Shit. No, there are dumb questions. They get asked all the time. Trust me. They do. All the time. And I realized I'm not built for that. I'm not built for all the questions. I don't even like getting asked the fun questions. Mr. Jason, do you want to go outside? No, it's 95 degrees outside. I'm not 12. When I was 12, I didn't care how hot it was. It could have been 138 degrees outside. If it included basketball, I was down for it. Like I'd be outside hot and musty as much as I could be. Like it's kind of what it was. Like I was gonna be hot. I was gonna be outside. You give me a basketball in the hoop and you can turn the oven on. I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be out there. Not these new kids. These new kids go outside for 14 minutes and come right back in like, whew, I killed the game. Can I watch TV? Can we play PlayStation? No, you need to go take a shower because you smell like outside. New kids don't even know what outside smell like. I told him, I said, hey, boy, you smell like outside. He was like, huh? What does outside smell like? You, right now. You gotta go take a shower right now. Please go take a shower right now. And one of the things that I also realized this weekend is that I'm getting more and more like my grandfather. Like my grandfather, shout out, happy heavenly birthday to him. Happy birthday. Like it's a whole bunch of August birthdays. Let me get these out real quick. Happy birthday to my cousin that was on the 27th. Happy birthday to my grandfather that was on the 25th. I think I got an uncle that passed that was on like the 29th or the 30th. I got an aunt that's on the 29th or the 30th. They all on the same side of the family. But I wanted to make sure I got that in before I forgot. But I feel like I'm so much like my grandfather in the sense that, yes, things need to be right. Things need to be neat. Things need to be in its place. And I'm not the neatest person, but that don't mean I like to see stuff out of place. And so I try not to say everything like my grandfather did. Like my grandfather used to sit there and watch us eat. He would take inventory of our Thanksgiving plates during the time in which you are, I ain't gonna say supposed to, but it's not frowned upon when you got a heavy plate. And he look at our plates and be like, "You got enough on that plate? Damn, you had to eat." He watched everything. He thought I was gonna be a hoodlum. Like if he saw me with my hat on backwards right now, not that he can't, but if he saw me with my hat on backwards right now, he would have been like, "Boy, that ain't how you're supposed to wear your hat. You need to turn your dilly-dally around. Wear it straight. Put it on straight. Take those words off of it. You don't need to be cheating. You don't need those words on that hat. All you need to do is have a team. Human cheat code ain't a team." Y'all notice I ain't take my hat all the way off because it's looking rough about there. It's looking rough up there. It's kind of looking like this, but up here and not all the way over and not all the way through. It's a couple days late. Wife wasn't here to complain about that, so I just went ahead and left it like it was. But one thing I found is like when he's doing stuff that I would normally say something about, I got to step away. I got to step away just to keep myself from going full grandpa mode. Because it'll happen. It happens a lot. And like I sat there, I watched him this weekend drink the last Hold on, this is perfect. He was reading. You're supposed to be reading 30 minutes. That's all. Takes a sip. Takes another sip. He has this much left. Yes, I am drinking out of a mason jar. Takes another sip. Now he's sipping this little bit amount instead of going to get more while he's supposed to be reading. So he's letting that timer tick off. He's still putting his cup up to his mouth while his timer going. That ass too fat. What up, though? The last drop, he had to drink out of that cup while he was reading. When I tell you, it bugged the bejesus out of me. I don't even know what bejesus is, but it bugged me to no end. If you don't put that, I just took the cup from him. In my mind, I was like, if you don't put that damn cup down, your 2-drop drinking ass. Like, you're not even drinking a whole eyedropper full of water. It's just a cup that's right there. And you have a need to put it up to your face to keep yourself from reading. Yeah, that's how I be sometimes, yo. Or the times where he feel like we're not watching. And he eats like there's no tomorrow. Like, you done been with us long enough to know that there's always going to be food. You don't have to eat like that. You don't have to do those things. But my wife and I were talking, and before she left, my wife and I were talking, and I could see him off the reflection of one of our cabinets, and he eating his chicken. He going to town. Bam, bam, bam. He eating like hell. Boom, boom, boom. Got a little cup of ranch. Dip the whole wing down in there. Eating. Then, what up, Wendy? Then, after he finishes the chicken, he starts drinking the ranch. Can't let that slide. We can't let ranch drinking slide. Like, ranch drinking gets no play in this house. Like, you can eat ranch, but I feel like if you out here, ranch is for dipping. They call it dipping sauce. It's for your salad. Lightly glazed. Don't drown it. But he was drinking ranch. Anybody who drinks ranch probably could eat mayonnaise right out the jar. Right out the jar. He grabs stuff at buffets with his hand. I had to say something about that one. But when I do, I almost feel like I'm being petty because this is like, do he know that this not good? Should I say something about this? I feel like I should. Like, it's necessary. But if I don't, he might do it again in public. And we can't have that. We can't have that at all. And so it puts me in the thought process. It's like, you know what? This weekend made me realize that I'm the worst good dad. Like, or I'm the best worst dad. However you want to put it. Like, I'm not bad. I'm not the GOAT, but I ain't down there. Like, you could do a whole lot worse than me. Now, the only reason why I say that is because I know that there are parents who cannot, I know that there are parents that cannot wait to see their kids. I'm not one of them. Not that I enjoy the boy. I really enjoy baby girl. Can't wait to see him. I enjoy number 2. Number 1 is cool. I don't know about that girl. But anyway, I enjoy the boy in spurts after 9:37 a.m. before his mouth gets going. Unfortunately, that mouth gets going as soon as his eyes open. It's like, bing, good morning. Good morning. But this good morning that I hear, he's still in his room with the door closed. I don't know who he's saying good morning to. He might be saying good morning like Eddie Murphy and coming to America. Good morning. But it don't stop there. Like, it's talking all the way into the bathroom, while he's in the bathroom, out the bathroom, down the stairs, and it's he says good morning typically at the minimum twice at the minimum. Like, you wake him up, hey, good morning, buddy. Morning. All right, cool. This during the week, when we actually have to wake him up. Wake him up. Good morning. All right, cool. Come downstairs. Good morning. Again, good morning. Oh, I didn't know if I had said it already. Yeah, you did. Oh, okay. Well, good morning. Again. Thank you. I appreciate that. But listen, while my wife is at home on the weekends, it's 9:30, 10 o'clock, and we're like, hey, maybe we need to go up there and check on him while we're enjoying this time of silence. Not this weekend. Not this weekend. He stayed up late, and this boy woke up at 7:30. Both days. Well, Saturday and Sunday, 7:30. No alarm. And he was lit. Like, when I tell you he was lit, like, he woke up like, all I do is win, no matter what. Hold on, fam. It's still 7:30. I'm not ready for all those words at 7:30. Like, I might be up and I could be doing something, but I wanted to be quiet while I'm doing something. On Saturday, he talked for 46 minutes straight. With no response, with no interaction from me. Like, he talked for 46 minutes straight. Like, when he woke up and came downstairs, he was talking. He was reading a book and talking about something else. Probably wasn't reading, but the mouth didn't stop. Didn't stop. If y'all friends with me on Facebook at all or anywhere, I tell kids stories all the time. And 8 minutes came up. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. It's a long time when you're doing certain things, and it's a short time when you're doing other things. Just kind of depends on what it is, right? And so if you go for an 8 minute and it runs, could be short. Like, hey, it's not gonna take me 8 minutes to run a mile, but that's long for some people. You got to run for 8 minutes straight. I remember when I first started doing ab ripper, I looked at the ab ripper video. You know, I got the Beachbody, the P90X, right? Just looking through the videos, I saw some that was like 30 minutes, some that was over an hour, and then there was one that was 11 minutes, 16 minutes. And I looked at that one, I was just like, oh, 16 minutes. Seems easy enough. I watched it, and I was like, got two ladies on here, one dude. No, it's two dudes, one lady. And I was watching the lady to see if she could do the whole thing. Sorry. You know, she was crushing, so I was just like, I'm not in horrible shape. I should be able to crush it. 2 minutes in, I was wrong. I was in pain. I was like, oh my God. I did not make it to 8 minutes. Even if you out here getting it in. Eight minutes is sufficient for some people. That's at least 648 pumps. At minimum, if you just or 8 minutes is, hey, you can go ahead and get your stuff and leave. You can leave. That was not enough. I am not satisfied. You gotta give them another 8 minutes. You give them another 8 minutes. But 8 minutes of watching TV was on the table on Sunday. And it should have been on the table. We were playing cards, and I was like, oh, we finished just in time. You got 8 minutes before it's time for you to go to bed. What you want to do? What's up, man? You want to go? You want to play another one? And he was like, can I watch TV? Dude, it's only 8 minutes. That's not enough time to watch TV. There's nothing that comes on TV that's only 8 minutes long that's less than 8 minutes long outside of commercials. And so by the time you turn on the TV, pull up Netflix, and find what you're going to watch, you're probably going to be out of time. That's a bad idea, man. You know what? As a matter of fact, Miss Nigga going to be at home tomorrow by the time you get out of school. So he was like, oh, okay. But can I watch TV? And you ain't care nothing about that. Like, you ain't care nothing about her coming home. You just want to watch TV. I was like, well, right now you only got about 7 minutes left. So, I mean, it's up to you. Go ahead, man. He was like, I can watch TV in 8 minutes. Now, I don't remember what, it was on like Apple TV or it was some weird, it probably wasn't Apple TV, but Kevin Hart had like this little 8-minute movie, 8-minute show thing or series that they had where you could just, it was probably about an hour long in total, but it was broken up into like 8-minute episodes. I don't know if anybody remember that, but yeah. But that wasn't what he was watching. Turns on this show. He turns on this show at exactly 8 o'clock. It's bedtime. All right, buddy. Time for bed. Huh? That's 8 minutes already? Oh, you didn't? Oh, you thought that 8 minutes was going to be more like 30 to an hour. No, 8 minutes is only 8 minutes. And he was like, well, 2 minutes is longer than that. That's not how 2 minutes work. 2 minutes while you're doing push-ups might seem like 8. If you had to do 2 minutes of push-ups straight. 2 minutes of reading, not that long. That time ran up on him so quick, he didn't know what hit him. He was like, but I thought that it was going to be longer than that. Yeah, your sense of time is trash. No, man, you can't. You got to turn the TV off, man. Time to go to bed. And for some reason, he goes and looks at some other clocks as if it's not still going to be time to go to bed. Like, fam, I have said what I said. I don't care what these clocks say. I could have sent you to bed at 7:40, well, 7:53 when we got done playing. And it just would have been what it was. I did you a solid letting you watch TV for 7 minutes. Stop playing. That's a failure on your behalf. Speaking of failures, I meant to talk about this last week. I saw this video where this guy had flown a girl out or flown a young lady out. I don't know where they were. Didn't pay too much attention to the video like that for all the details. But what I do know is that he was hostile. And he was hostile because he paid for a flight, for travel arrangements to get this young lady from where she was to where he is. I don't know if they flew them to meet each other. I don't know if they flew to meet each other or if he flew her to where he was. Either way, in his mind, that fly out was supposed to equal. It was supposed to equal some. It was supposed to equal 8 minutes. But she changed her mind. Or it was never discussed. Either way, she did not want to do it. She did not want to do it, which is perfectly okay. Perfectly okay for her not to want to do it. Now, here's the problem that I have in general. Fam, you didn't think to figure this out? If getting them draws is going to be on the table, like that has to be talked about. That has to be discussed. Like if you ain't never hit it before, flying out, I don't know, bro. Like you try to fly on Spirit, then you had to upgrade her ticket, and then it cost you some extra money. I know he said it in the video, which is a problem all by itself. Your fault, not her fault. Not her fault. If she reneged and she told you all these wonderful things that she was gonna do for you and to you, then you just lost, fam. Like it's an L. Putting her on the video, pretty corny. Super corny. Like it's you know it's over from there. Like it's a lesson. Like this is one of those things where it's like it's a lesson. You lost, fam. Now, one of the questions that I had. I know he said he spent close to $1,000 on the room or whatever, on the flight and all this other stuff. There needs to be a limit that you have for flying somebody out in which you're not going to be pissed off if you don't get a chance to hit it. Flying somebody out with the intention of hitting it. Like that was supposed to be the key to unlock that chastity belt. Come on, man. Like you already starting down a bad path. Like you, in a sense, everybody pay for it at some point in time, unless you just meet them and you just smash right there on the spot. But come on, man. It wasn't on lock. It wasn't on lock before you got there for her to change her mind, or it not even be on the table. Like I do feel like even at the risk of coming off like this is all you want, you almost got to just put it right there on the table. You put it right there on the table if flying out is your thing. Flying out is your thing, you know what? You just come right out. Hey, listen, I got you this Spirit flight. We got this hotel room with one bed. There's one bed in this hotel room. Do you understand? And I sleeps naked. Hey, man. At that point, and my morning would be lit. My evening would be lit. Just so you know. And I don't like to waste them. There's a lot of it being put on the table right there. Like, I'm not trying to waste these woods. I'm not trying to waste them. I'm just saying. But if you doing that, and that's the move, this can't be the first time somebody done told you no. Unless it is. But still. Before you go to all the videos and doing all this other stuff, hey, man, you could have easily just checked out. Check out that hotel. You ain't got to stay there. Count your losses. Have a good time by yourself. Hopefully she brought some money. If you got her a return flight, she'll have to just catch an Uber to get on back after you done had your talks. If it wasn't going to work out and you don't feel like you can be in that situation no more, then you got to bounce. You got to bounce. Don't try to put her out. You just got to bounce, man. Because it's gonna be a horrible situation for everybody. Hopefully she didn't hop on the plane with no bread. That would have been a failure on her part. Just in case, because she knows, like I feel like she knew what her intentions were. Speaking of, if you had no intentions, ladies, if you had no intentions, zero intentions on letting somebody hit, and he put it out there that there will be one bed, I sleeps naked, and I plan on getting some, would you still allow him to fly you out? Would you still allow him to fly you out? If all of that was on the table, yes, you do reserve the right to change your mind. But if you knew you had zero intentions, are you taking that trip? I would hope not. Personally, I would hope not. Like I done some driving for some booty. And that's time that I can't get back. That didn't go through. I done some driving back in the day. Not proud of it. Time I can't get back. It was a failure. I guess the intentions weren't clear. Like, hey, if I'm gonna be driving this 39 minutes, I plan on, I cooked. I opened what? No, I wasn't ever no trick dude like that. I wasn't even the type to buy drinks at the club because I had too many female friends. I had too many female friends that talked to me about stuff like that. Wasn't nobody I was messing with. It was just some female friends that I had. And they was like, they'd go order drinks. It was like, no, I don't want you to bring me a drink. I'll take the money and get a drink. And I'll bring you your change. And dudes was giving them money. And they was taking the change back, but giving me the drink. That's a horrible idea. Bad investment. Seriously, horrible investment. Super bad idea. And so, speaking of bad ideas, before I get out of here, there's a lot of bad ideas dealing with glizzies that's been coming up over the last few days, and I don't know if anybody that don't know what a glizzy is. It's a hot dog, but the other day there was a guy at a baseball game, and he had a glizzy, and he decided to stick a straw in one end, pull that straw out, suck the inside of the hot dog out the straw, stick that straw in the other side of the hot dog, suck the inside out, so that he had a glizzy straw that he was drinking beer out of. I can't think of anything that I would want to drink out of a hot dog. Like I threw a hot dog. I can't think of anything. I don't care if it's beer. I don't care if it's liquor, Kool-Aid, water. There is no drink that a glizzy straw would be ideal for. Like I'm just like, why would you do that? Secondly, you had a straw already. So did you just go buy a $7 hot dog for a straw? You just paid for a $7 pork straw? Come on, man. You made a glizzy straw in public. Come on. Like, so you know this wasn't his first glizzy straw. This was not the first time he did this. Like, he was sitting at home and was like, "Ooh, you know what I can do? Take this hot dog right here, stick the straw down through there, stick it through the other side, and now I got a glizzy straw." And look, it was scientifically planned. Like, he had it so that he put the straw only halfway on each side, and then dropped it down in his beer and started drinking through the hot dog. First of all, that is one of the most palsiest situations that I've ever seen in my life. Like, why would you, like, steal, fam? Like, that is a horrible idea. Like, he ain't just think about that on the fly. Like, fam was like, yo, I'm about to make this glizzy straw. And I'm about to kill the game. I'm about to add some hot dog flavor to my beer. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, I've heard of cheese-filled glizzies, but you doing way too much. Like, hot dogs are not supposed to be repurposed. Like, it's already repurposed for pork. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's stop the madness. This is stupid. This is stupid in the same kind of way. Listen, if you in here and you like pumpkin spice, if you in here and you like pumpkin spice, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, this is that time of the year where they about to start bombarding you with pumpkin everything. They got pumpkin air freshener, pumpkin spice coffee, and pumpkin pie, and all of these. Like, I feel like all of these pumpkin flavors, like we talk about repurposing this hot dog. They are, somebody, Edith in the chat says she guilty. She likes, what do you use? What pumpkin product do you use? You use pumpkin air freshener? Because I've smelled the inside of a pumpkin before, and it is not the ideal smell I want coming around my house. Also, she probably I would be willing to bet it's pumpkin spice coffee. If I had to guess, it would be pumpkin spice coffee. I know it. But here's the problem. I don't think I've ever had pumpkin spice coffee. I will stick to my hazelnut. That is delicious to me. And I'm pretty sure that pumpkin spice coffee is delicious to you with a lot of creamer, some sugar to turn it into sweet potato coffee. Like, people that like pumpkin spice talk about pumpkin spice in the same way that they talk about pumpkin spice in the same way that vegans talk about tofurkey. Or you know, whatever they food is, whatever the vegan food is, that's delicious, the go-to vegan food. That's how they talk about it. Like, people talk about pumpkin spice in the same way that girls in the 2000s, the early 2000s, talked about cucumber melon. Like, the only problem was that girls that wore cucumber melon back in the day, they was getting hollered at on a regular. And if you had pumpkin spice body spray, that was a good repellent for anything that you had going on. Last bad idea that I came across. They are doing. I can't believe this can't be real. Like, and I say this a lot. I say it can't be real. Like, miracle spring water cannot be real, but it is. Like, it's ridiculous. But I just came across a thing. I think it was on Ball Alert that said that people are now substituting mushrooms at weddings instead of liquor. And they disguising it as chocolate. Now, for anybody who is familiar with mushrooms, it ain't the kind you find on pizza. These the ones the whoa mans called shrooms, man. I could not imagine serving shrooms, man, at my wedding, considering who was there. Like we had about 172 people at our wedding, at the reception. And I could not imagine, probably only about 2 of them being able to handle shrooms, man. Did you see that, man? Like I so there was an episode of Snowfall in which Louis and Jerome got married. And at their reception, they spiked the punch with a psychedelic, and it had people off the chain. Like they were seeing stuff. Now, I would imagine that if you were the only ones that weren't toe down, this would be a highly entertaining wedding. But yo, like liquor is one thing. Edibles is something else. But mushrooms, Lord, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it at all. I had too many old people at my wedding. If they thinking they eating chocolate, and next thing you know, they out here talking to the sky. This is a problem. See, I don't know what the come down looks like. And I also, like I said, I've never had shrooms, so I wouldn't even know what it would be like to even be passing anything. What up, Monica? To even be passing anything like that out. Like that would have me way too nervous, considering that, you know, I have a whole lot of got some Bible thumpers in my family. So, you know, it'd probably just ruin their whole walk with the Lord if they felt like, if they had some shrooms. They was like, I guess I'll just be a crackhead now. I can just go all out. I'm a crackhead. Jason done turned me into a crackhead at his wedding. Yeah, one mushroom, like that did not turn you into a crackhead. But man, yo, you know, some folks take it way, they go way, way over the edge. They go way, way over the edge. All right. So good. I got about 7 minutes left, and this is actually a longer topic, but I've talked about it before, and I just want to revisit it because I was listening to a show, and they were talking about, the conversation was talking about people in relationships having friends of the opposite sex that they used to be intimate with. And so you have, and this was a long time ago, was friends, tried to date, like, hey, this dating don't work. Dating don't work. We better as friends. Even though I done hit it a couple times. 4, 5, 10, 13 times. Probably couldn't be friends with that person no more after you got into a real relationship. Or could you? Now, there was one guy. There was one guy who was like, I feel like if my lady had a best friend that she had slept with before, that he was secure enough in himself to be able to not be affected by that. And he also felt like, from a woman's standpoint, that if he had a woman from his past that had grown into his best friend, that they had also had sex in the past before, and he meet the new girl, and they grow into this relationship, that she should be okay, because we're just friends and we have realized that this is not going to work. And you know what? If she's going to be my best friend and you're going to be my woman, then y'all two should be friends too. And all the rest of the guys were like, hell no. There's no way that works. There's no way that works. Now, the messed up part was, the guys were like, there's no way. There's no way that they would feel comfortable with that. Even as a secure male, they would not be comfortable with their woman being BFFs with a guy that she had sex with. I 100% understand that. Because there's no situation in which you would feel like, all right, it ain't never gonna happen again. You don't know. All you know is that you ain't forgot. Anybody that done had some sex with somebody at some point in time in their life, they ain't forgot. They remember if it was bad. They remember if it was good. They remember if it was big. They remember if it was little. They remember if it was clean. They remember if it stank. Not that they dwell on it, but they ain't just forgot. Hey, but you never know. You never know. I don't know. I know. Here's what I know. I don't think I would hang out with, or I don't think I would subject my wife to having to even think about if my best female friend that I used to like, we couldn't hang out. It wouldn't be a hangout thing, because I wouldn't want my wife to have those thoughts or even feel like it's a chance. And I know we were like, my wife and I, we were listening to the His and Her podcast with this back in the day, but with Michael Smith and Jamel Hill, and she did not like their closeness. It was one of those, they had one of those brown sugar type friendships in which Jamel would finish, some of his sentences. Michael would finish some of Michael would finish some of Jamel's sentences, and she was just like, "Nah, they way too close." And I was like, "But like, I don't think Michael Smith and Jamel had ever been intimate, but I don't know. But I do know that they've made references to, Michael's wife and Jamel being cool and hanging out. But wife did not like them two, their relationship. She was like, that is just way, way, way too close. What up, lady lawyer? How you living? But look, I don't know. That's another topic for another day. I know True got a friend that she's pretty close to, that probably wouldn't be willing to give up if if it came to that. I don't know all the history. I just know that they good friends. I wish if she was here, I would have asked her about that. But I know she feels strongly about her friendships, and for the people that's there, they gonna be there. And for anybody that has a problem with it, then they probably just gonna have to have a problem with it. Kind of is what it is. I know where I stand on it, and I'm like, listen, I don't know how comfortable I would be if my wife was like, hey, this is my friend, such and such. We dated when I was 25, and this is now my best friend. I know at 20. I was like, I'm guessing he hit it. Guessing he hit it. Don't want to think about it, but I think I'm going to go out and have a good time. Look, that cruise was enough. She came back talking about how she was drinking and dancing. I'm like, drinking and dancing.
This is Sparta!
Yeah, all right. I know how people drink and dance. Let's see some of them people right over the side of that boat. Yeah, look, I wasn't on there. Yeah, look, I wasn't on there. But anyway, good people. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Listen, if you are, man, the 710 print shop is booked out right now. I am super, super busy. It's crazy. But if you're looking for some custom t-shirts, if you order them online, I'll slide you in front of the people that just told me some stuff that they wanted. But you can't get in before the people that paid already. Also, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in any real estate, go ahead and holler at your boy at J.H. Brown, the Realtor. I'm going to give you the website for the t-shirts. That is www.the710printshop.com. Look, good people. Until next time, y'all be safe out in these streets, and keep an eye on that timer. 8 minutes is 8 minutes. We out. Sassy, you just missed it. In that bam.